Alright guys, welcome back. So in the last video we talked about your Facebook profile, and today we're going to dive into actually making your first campaign. So for some of you guys, this is going to be your first time making a campaign. Some of you guys have tried it before, haven't made any money. So today we're going to dive into what that looks like. So we're going to go over here, and this is the new Facebook, so I don't know how it looks for you, but this is for me. So you need to go to your ads manager. Sometimes you might need to search for it. You're going to need to go to your ads manager. And this is only going to work if you guys have a business profile for your page. So if you need help with that, send me a message. We can go into that, but I'm just going to keep moving here. So here's your ad account. So this shows all the stuff that I've been running, all that stuff. So as you can see, we're going to dive into creating a new campaign. So you're just going to click create. So this is what it's going to look like. So there's a couple things you guys can do. So obviously there's all these different things you could do. There's conversions if you have, if you're trying to sell something but for what we want to do, we just want to do messages. So this is a hack. This is something that took me forever and a lot of money that I wasted. It took me forever to learn that. People just want to click a message. They're not going to do a landing page. They're not going to do they're not going to go to your website. Keep them on Facebook. They're just going to send you a message. So that's all that is going to happen. So we're going to go down. We're going to we can name our campaign test. And then this is going to be the ad set 1, ad 1. So it doesn't have to be super special. It can be kind of random. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to click create. So this is our first campaign. So the campaign is the overall thing that we're putting money towards. So from this below it, we have the ad sets. Below that we have the ads. So the ads are each individual picture or video. And then so basically all you're going to need to do to create your first ad is you're going to just go down. You're not going to click any of this stuff. You're just going to have campaign objective messages. You're not going to worry about A/B tests right now. And for me, I actually like to have campaign budget optimization on. But if you guys are really new to this, you can leave it off. It doesn't really matter. But we can go into that later. So just leave it off for now if you're just getting started. So this is our first ad set. So now we're going to go into the type of stuff that we're going to run. So and this is where we're going to talk about targeting and all that stuff. So right now it's going to ask us about our budget. If you guys don't have a lot of money to spend, you can literally put this at $5 a day. It's not a big deal. So $5 a day. I like to start with 20 because then I can really but I know what to do. I know how to make. I know if I spend $20, I'm damn sure going to get that money back. So you guys should be able to be getting crazy ROIs if you're doing this right. So now we're going to create an audience. So once we have obviously we're going to keep our Facebook page that we want to run ads to. We want Messenger and all that stuff. So right now, if you guys haven't done this before, what we're going to do is with the new audience. So obviously if you look over on the right hand side, it's going to say audience definition. So this is 220 million people. Now this is, if you're running a pressure washing or some type of business like that where it's just local, this is where you're going to need to target. So right off the bat, we're thinking of people who have houses. So how old are they probably? They're probably at least 30. At least 30. So try and type that in. So yeah, 30. And you can do 35 or you can do older, but at least 30. So and 65 and up is fine. Some people do 55 and up because as people start to get older, they kind of get crankier and don't to spend money. But I've gone out to people who are literally 80. That's why they couldn't do the job because they can't get on a ladder. So I'd leave it up because they're still gonna have houses. So we want people to have houses. So with this, I've seen some people that target different genders, or you can target different demographics. But so there's definitely some intricate targeting stuff that it's a little bit more in depth, and I'm going to cover that in a later video. If you guys want that, shoot me a message and we'll talk, but it's a little bit more in depth than I wanted to go into right now. I just want to keep it short and simple. So with this, location. So this is the biggest thing. So edit. So we're going to know, obviously if you're in the United States, but So here, this is where you're going to type in, you can type in your zip code. So we want people living in this location only. So now we're going to type in the zip code. So let's pretend that I want to run an ad in Bellingham, which is like my old city. So this is the zip code. So now we can drop this pin. So drop the pin and see what it did. It created a radius. So this is, it goes up to 10 miles. So anybody in this 10-mile radius is going to see our ad. So we can, if you're willing to drive a little bit more, you can add like 16 miles. You see how big it gets? But think about it. 16 miles does not mean like, so this is a big area, guys. So for me, I like to keep it down to like 10, unless I really need money and like I'm not making any money, but you should be good with just 10. But again, that's up to you. That's how big your town is, all that. You might have a small town, you know, it might be a really tiny town. So you're just doing the downtown. That's cool. So that's what people, that's who is going to see your ad. So that's really important. You need, so look at over here on the right. So this is 52,000 people. So if it was me, if I was here right now, I would want at least, let's see what 10 miles look like. That's 8 miles. So that's 69,000 people. That's a lot more people. Let's get up to at least, we want at least 75. Ideally more, you know, we want the more people the better, because as long as if it's less than, obviously you want it less than like 700,000 or a million, unless it depends on how big your city is. So that's basically it. So you want to have good targeting, you want to have people who are the right age and all that. So targeting, like I said, it can get really in depth. I'm not going to go into it here. That's for another video. So here, obviously we don't want automatic placements. We want manual placements. We only want people that are going to see it in their feed. So we don't care about any of this. I don't even like to do Instagram really. So we only want feed really. That's the biggest bang for your buck. So those are people that are just either on their phone or on their computer. You know, people who have money. They're not necessarily going to be 16-year-old people who are on TikTok. So we want a good ad that just shows in the feeds. So don't worry about this. I'm just going to click next. So here, so we're going to have, this is where we're going to put our ad in. So I'll dive into like how you can create a good ad in the next video, but I'm just going to upload some stuff that we already have. So for here, we're going to stick with single image or video. If you have a good video, if you have a good company name where you're like, you got your truck and like you can have a cool video, cool. But for me, I like to do both. I like to try a video if that works really well, or I also like to do a really good single image. So you're just gonna have to test, guys. So and that's the thing with audiences, with targeting, all this stuff. You're gonna have to test it. If you don't have money, just follow exactly what I'm telling you here. Get a couple jobs, and then we'll talk about how we can like expand and make some more money with different objectives and different offers. So we're gonna add an image. So I already have some stuff here, a lot of stuff that we can use really easily. So here is a good gutter ad. So we need 1080 by 1080. That's the standard square feed. So we need a good picture. Boom, that's what our ad's gonna look like. It's gonna look like this right here. So then notice that it says like chat messenger, send message. So now this is where our primary text. So I already have that saved right here. So we'll go into this in another video about the offer, but your offer needs to be good, guys. You need to have something that people want to click on. So you have some urgency. So you can take a look at this, like read this. This has been killing it for me. So we'll dive into this in another video. But so there's that. So this is this, and then chat and messenger. You could say this week only, or something that creates urgency. Like I said, the biggest thing, the most important is the headline. People are going to read this and they're going to either be interested or they're not. And people get confused about this because you don't want to interest everybody. You don't care. You could literally say like, free $100, and then like you're going to get, everyone's going to click on your ad. But you don't care about all those people. You want people that are that only have homes. So you want something that you could say homeowners, you could say your town, something that calls people out, something that makes them stop and makes them look and see like, okay, what is this guy talking about? And then they see a cool picture, eyes are going to be drawn to it, and then we obviously want them to send us a message, and you can have a description. Yeah, you can do like this week only, but actually I don't even think I did that last time, so let's not do it. So then that's pretty much it. And then so we have our pixel. You don't really have to worry about it too much. And then we're going to click publish, and then it's gonna review it, and then Facebook's going to show it. So that's pretty much it. So I'll show you in the next video how we can dive into like creating an ad, but that's pretty much all you guys need to do. If you guys don't worry about that, like if you just focus on this, you're going to make money. Like, trust me, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, and we can dive in a little bit more into it. But that's it for this video. Thanks, guys.